I'm Shirakawa from Ohe. Thank you for having me again today.
Thank you. So, what are we talking about today?
Well, you see Ms. Otake, who works for us remotely. I wonder if she's ever appeared in a video before.
Yes, she has. She's been in one.
Oh, she did, didn't she? Oh, we filmed that in Tokyo.
That's right, that's right.
Yes, and so we had Ms. Otake come to Hokkaido, and during the summer, well, she toured around various parts of Hidaka. The person who visited last time also brought their two children. Well, they really fell in love with the place.
They went home as horse lovers, didn't they?
That's right, they became huge fans of horses. All three of them, I think, especially the kids. Ms. Otake, who visited this year, also brought her two children, and well, they were completely hooked.
So they really did go home loving horses? Or did they fall in love with Hidaka?
Oh, they love the horses. They might not have a clear image of Hidaka yet, but they said they want to go back there.
Then wouldn't you say it was a success?
Yes, well, I had them come so they could see the head office, see the actual horse transporters up close, and even touch them. It was like a training trip. Thinking about it that way, well, with Ms. Otake, we also went together in Hidaka, I think it's called Mitsuishi Horizon Park. You probably know it. It was my first time going there myself. There's a river flowing right nearby and all that. We couldn't go further into the mountains, but there's just so much nature. It has the sea, mountains and rivers. We were talking about how you rarely find a region with such high quality, or rather, such high potential. We wondered why more people don't come here. After all, the name Hidaka itself isn't well known. People mostly know it for horses or kelp. As for places to visit, there's Cape Erimo, and I think the Wind Museum was built there too. The cherry blossoms are famous, so during that season, tour buses do come. But outside of that time, you almost never see a tour bus. However, recently, with people coming from elsewhere, and when we try to book hotels for driver applicants to stay in, it's actually becoming quite difficult.
Has it changed over the last few years?
It's been since a few years ago.
Wow.
Well, exactly. When I asked why that was, they told me it's because there are many tourists.
So that means the number of tourists is increasing?
Yes, it seems they are clearly on the rise. From talking to various people, it seems that, like the first family who visited, or the Otake family, those who get hooked come back as repeat visitors quite often, to pet the horses and such. When I think about why they repeat so much, I realize that even nationwide, there are very few places where you can directly interact with horses in so many different spots.
There might be one or two places, but...
That's true. And probably, well, even when you say riding club, I think many people have quite an expensive image of it.
I think it's expensive.
Well, in reality, there are big companies or individuals who buy a horse, own it, and pay boarding fees, kind of like being a racehorse owner, right? There are many people who do it as riding horse owners too. In Hidaka, well, if you ask if things are perfectly organized, maybe there are some cost-related factors involved, but after all, you can interact directly, feed them, and even ride the horses. Even if the time is short, it's quite... Yamanaka-san, you've ridden one before, right?
Yes, I have.
Honestly, I think it's actually a bit more affordable than you might imagine, to be honest.
That's right. Even if you want to continue, if you try to do it in my hometown of Shiga, it's just plain expensive. If you want to keep it up, it definitely costs tens of thousands of yen a month.
Yeah. Otake-san's kids went first, and since the Sapporo races were on, I wanted them to see the difference between local and central racing, so they went to Sapporo Racecourse.
Right.
And at that time, apparently, the kids didn't watch the races at all. They didn't seem interested. Most race courses have a play area for kids in the middle of the track.
Yes.
Well, they just played there the whole time and didn't show any interest in the horses, so I heard. But after they first touched a horse and fed it, they got really interested. Like, next, can we see the horses again?
Oh, like an excited again?
Exactly, like, are we going somewhere else?
I see.
And, they really ended up getting completely hooked on it. Thinking about it and hearing from others too, I think people get hooked and become repeat visitors because they actually got to interact with the horses.
Ah, I see. So did they go to Mombetsu after that, you mean?
Yes, Mombetsu Racecourse.
How was it then?
At that time, they seemed to enjoy watching it. The kids too, yes.
Oh, is that so? I'm not sure if Sapporo Racecourse has one, but some places do have areas to interact with horses, right? I think Kyoto Racecourse had a place for riding experiences inside.
I think Sapporo had one too. but the hours were a bit limited. They didn't do it for long.
That place also feels, well, a bit businesslike, I guess. But at places in Hidaka like Riding Hills or Versailles Farm, you can spend your time more leisurely, right?
That's true. You can interact with the horses, really enjoy the slow, relaxed pace, and take in the beautiful nature all around you. People often tell us, oh, this is such a wonderful place to be. So if you ever wonder why it's not more well known, it's probably just because the outreach is a bit weak.
There's one thing I've been thinking about. Even if we can get the word out, the appeal is the kind where you have to go and experience it, right?
Right.
In Hidaka, if you just want to see horses, you can watch as much as you want on YouTube, but it's really about the experience of actually feeding them and using all 5 senses, isn't it?
That's true.
I think it's quite difficult to convey that through social media or promotion.
Yes, exactly. It's because people have that direct contact that they get hooked.
Even if you're told, perhaps with some enthusiasm, that this is great based on just a feeling, if you're living in Tokyo and planning a summer trip, there's actually a pretty big hurdle before it even becomes a real option.
Yeah, that's the thing.
People think, let's go to Hokkaido, but Hidaka?
It starts with, where is Hidaka?
Hakodate, Sapporo, Otaru, Furano.
Or maybe, at the very most, somewhere like Kushiro, perhaps.
Right, yeah, or maybe Cape Soya in the far north. So, what I think is, you need a specific object or landmark.
An object, you say?
Something like Mount Fuji, where you say, let's go see this. Something that looks great on social media and makes people want to visit. If there's something that's the best in Japan, or even the world.
Something Instagrammable, right?
In that sense, Shiga Prefecture has Lake Biwa, which is number 1 in Japan. It's an object, but there aren't many spots that look great in photos. It all looks the same wherever you look. But Mount Fuji is a real landmark. The way the snow sits, the way it appears, that's why everyone goes there, right? If Hidaka had something like that, I think focusing more on it would help it grow.
Well, there's the Ainu Culture Museum, and the anime Golden Kamui brought some attention to it too. Some people are interested in those, but you're right, having that one specific thing.
Right, yeah.
Like that beautiful horse mural you see on the side of the mountain in Nikapu. You know the one.
Oh, like that painting.
Exactly. I feel like we could promote that more. Just that alone might make people think, let's go take a photo.
We would need to further develop the area with more places to eat, comfortable spots to relax, and areas to really enjoy the view. Still, that Nikapu mural could actually be a pretty good idea.
Actually, in Hidaka, SUP, and even for SUP, I think it's quite rare nationwide. You can do SUP on the river, and there's also whitewater rafting.
There are plenty of activities.
And things like cycling experiences, or even going out fishing for a while. Those kinds of hands-on, interactive activities are also now being offered to visitors.
Is there a best spot to view the Hidaka Mountains? They're quite famous as a landmark, aren't they? I used to go see them every day from the lavender fields in Furano. Apparently, a sea of clouds appears in September. But that's not promoted well either. Everyone comes for skiing during the winter season. But people really do not know about that 2 or 3 week window in September when you can see the sea of clouds. If there is a seasonal draw like that, it should be publicized and promoted more.
Yeah, you're right. I really want all kinds of people to come visit. As it stands, you can't really experience the charm of Hidaka in just one night. You really need to stay for 2 or 3 nights to interact with the horses and fully enjoy the nature. I think it's a bit hard to get repeat visitors, you know? Even though it's not that far of a drive from Chitose.
Right, yeah, okay.
You can get here, but the infrastructure isn't really there, or rather the trains are gone now too.
Yes.
Public transport is often quite challenging for many people. But for those who can rent a car and drive, I'd really love for them to come visit.
There's this place called Junglia in Okinawa that opened in April. The reviews are terrible, but there's no infrastructure right now. They're basically telling everyone to rent a car to get there. According to the CEO, Mr. Morioka, if you build an attractive object, people will go there and the infrastructure will follow. So, well, certainly if some kind of leisure land like that were built in Hidaka, everyone might follow later. Applying that logic, it makes sense.
Well, yeah, that's true. Like how the Nippon Ham fighters moving their base led to a new station being built.
That's right.
Exactly, but the difficult part, which has become an issue lately, is that while there are many places to see horses, at a riding club you interact with them under someone's supervision, but People go to general farms, trespass on the property, cut off tail hair or manes. Those kinds of stories are coming out. And people who know nothing about horses, approaching them while making loud noises, the horse might bolt and they could get injured. So from the perspective of the farm owners, they might feel like they'd rather people didn't come.
I see.
They don't want amateurs coming in carelessly, especially, I don't know if I should say this, but the inbound tourists are a bit scary, aren't they?
Because their common sense is different.
But in the long run, if people do not come to visit Hidaka, even the owners of the farms here will eventually have a much harder time finding enough employees to work for them.
The initial spark to get known can be tourism or anything, right?
If we don't get known, we won't be able to grow or expand.
Yeah. True. When people decide to go and look up information online, they probably actually ignore the etiquette for visiting horse farms, even if it's there.
Right, just like the warning notes, you know.
When you're all excited, you don't really pay attention to that stuff, do you? It would be great if there were a general reception desk in Hidaka.
In Shizunai, I think there is actually a counter that specifically handles reservations for farm tours. I believe that's exactly where the window is.
Is that widely known though?
Probably not many people know about it. Farm tours are by reservation, so a staff member is with you, which makes it safer and more reliable. Even on the Nijukan Road, famous for cherry blossoms, there used to be many more stalls along the road, and everyone would be cooking Jingisukan by the roadside.
Genghis Khan barbecue by the roadside?
Yes. They used to set up tents and have Genghis Khan barbecues, but that was quite a while ago. It ended up affecting the ranches, you see.
Oh.
And they were told to stop doing it.
Ah.
Yes.
I see.
Now the stalls are clustered a bit further out, and you're not allowed to have food or, well, hang out by the roadside at all anymore.
Yeah. Many factors are involved in making Hidaka thrive, aren't they?
That's right. Well, we want people to come, but we don't want people with bad manners. Well, that's probably true anywhere.
Well, of course.
If people with bad manners came and spent that much money, it would be fine, but there's nowhere to spend it.
Yeah. True.
Even if we actually make a special effort, you know, to have people with bad manners come in return.
Won't prosper.
If it doesn't prosper, it's better if they're not here, right?
That's a cut.
Also, there's a shop called Porto Mitsuishi in Mitsuishi, Shinhidaka town. It's a relatively new shop and they have an official website, so I'll put a link in the description. I hope everyone, including Hidaka residents, people in Hokkaido and people in Honshu, will take a look. And if you're even slightly interested, I hope you'll come visit Hidaka.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ohe Unso is looking for drivers. Please check out the recruitment site and corporate site in the description. And if you're interested, please apply. Thank you very much.